Going live. I'm live. Give me a second. Oh, shit. Okay, let me fix myself. I'm back. My apologies. I can be without glasses. Let me fix myself. If the audio is good, let me know, Barry. Thanks for coming in. My apologies. I feel like I'm off. There you go. I'm in the center. Once again, I apologize. Look at screen, the camera. It's good. I mean, I'm rusty, so I don't know if I got the HDMI capture working, but I got to look into that later. So the audio, I don't know if the audio is good. Let me check. Hello, hello? Yep, the audio is good. Give me a second. Bear with me. I don't know. Give me a second because I'm trying to figure out something. My apologies. I'm still here. Thanks for coming, everybody. Let me put the comments up. Give me 1 second. I will explain everything. I'm trying to make sure something works. So give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let me fix myself. Let me, Barry Johnson, thanks for coming in. Let me fix myself. Lessons learned with cameras. Thanks for coming in. If you like what you see, subscribe. First time you here, let me look at the camera. Thanks for coming in. Just got your goddess. Thanks for coming in. You go back. Let me see I miss anybody else. Uno Nice, thanks for coming in. I think I got everybody. So let me do my intro. Let me see something. So let me do my intro. After my intro, I will explain everything about my health and continue. And hope my guests come in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Repeat. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. This is Tech for Your Needs, and I'm feeling much better. Thanks, everybody, for your support. I caught COVID 3 weeks ago. It was the worst thing. I lost my voice. I had to learn how to speak a little bit. That was scary because, I had to say the A, B, C, D because my voice was not speaking. So I think I think this is pronounced like this, laryngitis, whatever it's called when you lose your voice. It's whatever you get, whatever is the terminology when you lose your voice. That's what happened. And, my breathing wasn't okay at that point, so I was worried. So I say if within half an hour I'm not feeling well, I'm going to the hospital. Thanks God, my voice was coming back and my breathing went back to normal. I just want to say thanks everybody for, for saying wishes, for keeping up with me. Much appreciated from the heart, seriously. Let me know how's my audio and everything. And holla at your boy. I'll let your boy. I want to say thank you for being one of the three members that helped me with my actual mascot. I posted on Twitter, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I was, scared for my health and everything, but you know, like I said, I was monitoring. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I'm back 100%, and I don't wish that upon my even worst enemy because COVID is not nice having it. Yes, some people brought it up because they had the symptoms and would be like, you chicken. It's not like that. I had it bad. 3 weeks without live streaming. So I digress. Let's get back to the subject. So let me go back over here. So if I missed any comments, I want to make sure that I grab everybody. Thanks. Lesson learned with cameras. Like that. I like the channel name. So take this off. So yeah, the subject is choosing a phone. So which phone to choose and which operating system to choose. It's not about which one is better. I mean, fanboy. No, it's what works for you. And hopefully my guests come in. If my guests don't come in, it's fine. I don't know what's going on. I hope he's okay. But that's what I want to get into. Hey, thanks for coming in. Bonnie. Okay, I forgot to send the link. That's how Rusty. Sharky, my apologies. And let me get back to that. You see, it's my fault. Rusty. Call that Rusty Jones. So let me copy the link. I will send it to you. Give me a minute. Ay, what I'm doing. It's incoming in Twitter. Wow, I failed. So give me a second while I look you up. Okay. Here goes the link. Okay, I'm back. So the reason that I brought him because he had something to announce, and I just wanted to talk about the pros and cons of both, and what is for you, what is your needs. It's not which one is better, which one is that fanboy because you close Monday, you never like to try nothing. This is not about that. This is about work for you and what is is suitable for your needs at the time. For me, I'm team hybrid. I use whatever works. If Windows was here, phones, I would use Windows. Smooth, tiles, I love it. It don't mind to me. I send the link. So yeah, as Barry pointed out, he spilled the beans early, but that's fine. So I want to talk about his decision and stuff like that. Let me go back if I miss anybody. Oh, let me go back over here. Thanks for coming in, Shay. Let me see who else. My apology if I miss anybody. Okay. Oh, Kia, thanks for coming in. So let me get back over here to the subject. I send the link. So yeah, I just wanted to see people's opinion and stuff like that. Hey, Michael Pepper, how you doing, my brother? So this is just strictly what is fits your needs and which one to pick, and if you jumping ship back and forth, everything in the sync. So I just wanted to make sure. So therefore, let me know if I'm laggy or something. I think I'm at 720p because I missed something. Whatever, I digress. I mean, we're doing the live. So I just want to make sure that people understand when picking and choosing which one's better based on trying both operating system and what fits your needs, what is the best, what it accommodate you, what kind of person you are. If you are the type of person, if you are a regular person, content creator, a semi-content creator, just an addict of photos, because regular folks do. Trust me, I know my sister got thousands and thousands of photos. So let me go back over here and read this from Michael Pepper. I want to read it to make sure. Oh, so Bunny, I'm dealing with an awful cough. I hope you feel better, my brother. Yeah, it's unfortunately it's not easy. Everybody getting sick, and then you know I'll leave that for another subject because I'm not going to talk about the Rona or nothing like that. That's not today's subject. Give me a second, bear with me. SharkFin Tech joined. Yeah, give me a second, Sharky. I'm fixing something quick. I want to fix better my angle in the camera before I bring you in. Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to fix something quick. Okay, let me see if this works. No. Okay, bear with me. Let me fix something, folks. Hopefully this is working. There you go, much better. There you go. Anyways, let me bring my guest in. Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Louis?
Not much. Let me fix this angle.
Yeah, take your time.
So, okay, let me give you a little background why I bring Sharky, because Sharky is tried Android and iOS within last 30 or 40, around 30 days, right? Or 40 days around.
Yeah.
So I just want to describe why he's choosing, why he's finalized. I want to talk what is the pros and cons of both and give an idea, because this is just learning how to choose the phone, not being a fanboy, none of that. And here, we're not going to tolerate that. You get booted out. You're just here to have a nice human being conversation, what is best for your suitable needs, depending on the type of person you're, a regular person, content creator, what is your needs and why you picked the phone. With that said, you can introduce yourself and take it away, Sharky.
Hey, I think most people know me at this point, but if you don't, I'm Mark of SharkFin Tech. Um, Trying to get basically soon to have content on a channel of the same name, SharkFin Tech. That's also my Twitter handle and on Clubhouse. And basically, I'll be dealing with finance, fintech, and personal tech. So basically, yeah, like Louis said, I had gone originally from I had tried because of a whole thing with the carrier I'm on AT&T. They ended their 3G support for my old phone. I tried an iPhone 11 essentially for about a month, like you said, and yeah, in a nutshell, I did like a lot of things about it. It's not trash. I'm not going to sit here and say that. Like you said, there's really no reason for people to be like that with the, tribal camps, right? But yeah, I think ultimately I just decided it wasn't for me, or at least for my needs. You know what I mean? So tech for your needs, it wasn't right. It wasn't really the best for my needs. So it wasn't any one big thing. Also, I think, as you know, it was a lot of little things that just started to add up. I mean, I knew what I was getting into in terms of the, walled garden, closed ecosystem, lack of customizability, things like that, right? And that particular one didn't have enough storage. I was probably would have changed to I was going to change to a 12 Pro or 13 Pro anyway. But it was just kind of like a thing to try for a month, right? Kind of essentially no risk except for I had to pay for $30 for the service, but that was it. And again, it was a decent experience overall. I showed you a video I shot with it, which was 1080p, extremely well stabilized and impressive. And that was just something I was just fooling around with at a dinner party, right? So, but ultimately, I think it's just a lot of the little
Big John,
things.
go ahead.
Yeah, sure. It's just a lot of the little things that started to add up. It's the the issue with Bluetooth. If you're not using AirPods, they make life just a little harder on you. The widgets, yeah, I think the widgets aren't. I still have an issue where they're not fully. I think the word is refined, where you push whatever it is, like the battery one. Remember I mentioned and it should just go to the battery settings, and it doesn't. It's just there for show, you know.
Yeah,
And
correct.
just yeah, and just the overall UI smoothness and speed. Now, to be fair, again, that's not having tried a 13 Pro with the variable rate of ProMotion 120 hertz, right? Which I'm sure would be somewhat similar to
Yep.
Android phones.
And
But
before we continue,
yeah,
I want to make sure that which phone you went with. Can you show people?
oh, sure.
Yeah, because that's what they're here for.
The PS4 is its
Let me,
own.
let me focus on you so you can see it better. There
I
you
think most
go.
people know what it is. So it's a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Um, there were other directions I could have gone, of course. People are talking about the OnePlus 10 Pro. People are talking about, there are people who are, of course, Pixel. As you know, I came from a Pixel, um, before the iPhone, and I just decided I wanted to try something different. As you know, I already have a couple Samsung devices. I have the Buds Live, even though once again they're not working again with the. I don't know if it's a Millen thing but anyway. And I'm here right now on the Tab S7 Plus. How I'm streaming this to everybody,
Very
and now I
crispy
have
and sound
and I
good
have
quality.
yeah, and I have a big screen TV. So the only thing I'd be missing, I guess technically you might say, is like a Samsung laptop. So don't know if I'm going to go that direction, but
Mhm.
we'll see. The other thing I think, like I
And
said, the UI really did make a difference to me. Though that final point I was just finishing. I mean, the speed and smoothness of this is just
what
nothing
is the
short of amazing.
reason? Yeah, people know that you picked it because you're a content creator. And what is the storage you went with?
Yeah, I went with the 512 gig. It was only a couple of dollars more per month. The way I was able to get the deal where it's you got a fantastic deal through Samsung combined with AT&T on a trade-in of an old Note 5. They gave me a big amount of money and bill credit equivalent for it. So it was kind of hard to resist at that point, right?
Mhm.
So, you're just financing the rest over the course of 3 years. I can even jump after a year and a half to something else
Mhm.
if I want, as long as, half of it's paid off, which it would be. And the cameras, I mean, I could have gone I didn't have to go with the Ultra, but it came down to the cameras. And it's nice to have the S Pen, having had a Note 5 before. And not that I use it a lot. I haven't used it a lot, like a week and a half that I've had it, roughly, but I haven't put the cameras fully through their paces.
Mhm.
But it's nice to have it. You never know when you're going to need. What's a flossy card? And other people say it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? So
Yeah, let me read this comment. So I want to make sure. It says iOS widgets are basically a giant icon and curling status. Yeah, I agree with that because they don't have they're like static. They don't have really functionality behind it. So they're not there yet. Hopefully with this new update they have more functionality. That's the
yeah,
purpose of a widget, to go there and don't have to go inside the app, just to glance information, a quick tip. So I agree with this comment. Let me see what else
yeah,
people say.
yeah. It's not again. It's not that they're bad. It's just when you're
And
used
this
to
question
something
is for
else.
you.
Yeah, when you're used to something else. When you're used to widgets that do I use Dex? I haven't used it yet on this, John, but I use it. I'm literally on Dex now on the S7 Plus. Yeah, so I absolutely love Dex. I'm a Dex true believer, and I might try it on my big screen TV with the S22. Yeah, Ultra. Why not? Right? Just to see if it works. I'm sure it'll be cool.
Let me see what else people saying that you went with the Ultra. The regular S line is here are paper monster South Korean and are using Samsung for a reason. Yeah, because
Paper
as a
monster.
content creator, you did the best thing because in the storage for a couple of bucks and you got a good deal. I mean, that's a no-brainer deal for me because then you could storage a lot of stuff and then you could transfer it. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, I storage this much gig. I'll transfer it later to clear the phone, give it spaces for my next project. So that's good.
Absolutely. Well, the way it works, and people who know the series know this. The 128 is only 8 gigs of RAM too, so that didn't really make a lot of sense. So you pay a little bit more, like it's like $100 increments. I think I don't think they even had the 1 terabyte. Not that I would have necessarily needed. I wouldn't have probably gone for that anyway if AT&T had it. But the 256 is $100 more, and than the 128, but you get 12 gigs of RAM, and the same with the Same with the 250s, with the 512. So, yeah, you're paying a little more each step up, but this way, it's one thing with the battery being 5,000 milliamperes. It shouldn't really be having the screen on time so far, and the battery life overall has been very good. So it's nice not to have battery anxiety, right? And it's also nice with 512 gigs not to have storage anxiety, right? If I'm out there shooting videos, 4K, maybe I'll even try some. Yeah, maybe I'll try some 8K. Who knows, But just for laughs and giggles, right? So.
Mm-hmm. And then so far, how long you had that phone?
Oh, it's been like a week and a half, something like that. So, yeah.
And since we talk a lot, and I want to throw this out there, before getting that phone, intermediate, something happened, and you had to get another Android phone. Would you like to talk about that, if you don't mind?
Oh, yeah, sure. That's a great point, actually. Yeah, I meant to mention that. Thanks for reminding me. I kind of didn't intentionally leave it out. Yeah, so long story, but long story short, I wound up with a OnePlus 9 Pro for a couple weeks in between the iPhone and the Ultra. So beautiful phone. I actually liked it a lot. I tell you the truth, I think I told you this, I like the form factor a little better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little thinner, and yet the battery life was excellent. Incredibly fast and smooth, certainly as fast and smooth as the Ultra, as far as I could tell, and lot to like about it. I know it's not, the newest one's the OnePlus 10 Pro, but ultimately I think it came down to the cameras. I could have kept it. This actually wound up, the Ultra actually wound up costing me less after the deal than what the 1-year-old OnePlus 9 Pro would have cost, because there was no real special deal on that. But they basically let me use it for like a couple weeks because it was a mix up or whatever. And that was actually with Best Buy, because I was trying to get the Ultra through Best Buy and wasn't able to. So this was kind of their way of kind of making up for it a little bit. And then they would have been fine. They were okay with the fact that I wound up buying it through AT&T because they just didn't have it in stock. That's what they didn't stock enough of the Ultras for whatever reasons. Yeah, that's what it came down to.
I remember this comment. I switched to iOS. It was a huge learning curve coming from Android. For me, when I switched, it was easy for me, but not everybody, it's easy for it. It depends.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about both OSs. You tried both. Both got pros and cons. It's what best fits your needs. And, that's what it is. I tell people, why are you arguing with something that this is better than that, but you don't have no stake, no nothing on the company, so therefore you're just giving free marketing. And that could be a whole new subject, but I digress, but I just want to throw that out there. That doesn't make no type of sense. Being pro this, it's called fanboy, fangirl, whatever you want to call it, the terminology. The only benefit is the company if you don't have stake on it. And I just leave it at that.
No, I think you're 100% right. That's really what it all comes down to,
So do you want to give your first impression this week, if you don't mind? Like what you learned so far, what you think of it, having the Ultra. Do you think you make the right decision and stuff like that?
Yeah, so far it seems like I have. I mean, like I said, I need to put a little more through its paces, but I mean, look, unless something comes along in the next couple days that just derails everything, right? Then I considering the deal I got or whatever, I don't know that I would, change it. There's, again, the smoothness, the S Pen is cool. The cameras I need to do a little more maybe with, but because that is like maybe 30, 40, whatever % of the reason I bought it, right? But the battery life, it's just again, and having the Tab S7 Plus just makes it's all, I'm already on one UI 4, right?
I'll give you one of these for that. I think it's a great choice you made for content creation.
Yeah, thanks. I think so too. I think between that and the iPhones, you can't go wrong. But again, I'm not like I've abandoned Pixel. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll wind up with one eventually. I think when it came down to it, I think that some of those fits and starts that have gone on with the software kind of bothered me. Didn't sit 100% well with me, and I'd rather maybe give it more time to percolate or whatever. And like I said, I wanted to give this a shot since I'm already sort of, in this ecosystem, at least for now. And if I had not liked it from minute one, yeah, then I probably would have exchanged for a Pixel 6 or 6 Pro at that point, because clearly I decided iPhone, at least
And
for
this will
now,
go for
isn't
you.
for me. Was it?
Yeah, that goes for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. That's the that's gonna be that's the ideal, Sean. Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm getting. It's good that you're talking about it, because I mean it's good to see both sides of the story, and you feel more strong with, because you got more stuff. So therefore, you're in the ecosystem of Samsung, basically.
Yeah, that definitely was a factor. I mean, I can't say that it wasn't. Again, it's not that I have anything against Pixels. I think the experience with the OnePlus 9 Pro was overall pretty darn good. Beautiful phone. They're on the right track, definitely. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, they got away from, they got off the track," and I think it's safe to say it was a really nice device, and the reviews of the OnePlus 10 Pro are pretty darn good as well, right? So there's a
The
lot to like
only
there.
yeah, the only criticize that I got with Samsung with the Ultra is the S Pen. The quality is still have improved, because I've seen people broke the pen throughout the
Oh
year.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the only thing they need to improve. For that kind of
I
money,
agree with that actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
they should have
it could
better.
be.
Yeah, they do got an external gray pen, but that's not built in, so you could lose that. So that's one thing they need to improve. So yeah, because other than that, they got the kitchen sink. Pronounce that correct? Yep, correct. I'm glad that
You
you.
compare
Yeah,
the pen of
give me a second.
the S22 Ultra to the um, that of the S7 Plus. There's no comparison. I mean,
Correct.
it's so much. This is a you know. I mean, I have average size hands or whatever, but I mean, this just feels so much more comfortable.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't mean to put it that big because it don't fit because of the phone limitation, but make it a little more solid. To be honest.
yeah, I mean, I could easily, without sounding like Zach of Jury, I could easily break this in half without even trying. And
Oh yeah.
I'm not exactly Joe Arnold Schwarzenegger Jr. or
Or
anything. You
Lewis
know what I mean?
or
Whereas
Boston Therapy.
this would take a lot more effort for me to break. So that I
So
mean, it's
yeah,
nice to have, but it's like at the end of the day, this is why some people consider it a gimmick, quote unquote, because it's not as solid. Yeah, it's awesome that it fits right into the silo and it's always with you and convenient, right?
and
But
also
like you
have
said,
some,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
and also have functionality from Bluetooth, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. But like you
hi
said,
Eric.
for the price for the what they're charging, the quality absolutely could and should be better, right? You're talking $1,400, not including tax. I didn't pay that really, right? But yeah, um, that's something I really wish they would improve. I don't know what the solution is. Make it circular, maybe more like the one on the more like this one, or but just
I would
smaller.
say leave it the same way, but change the material to be a stronger material.
Hmm.
Because if you switch it, maybe the phone get thicker, and the phone's already thick enough. So I just say use different material. That's the only thing that's the only gripe that I have. Make
Yeah.
sure I don't make no comments. And I'm rusty with this, but I'm hanging in there. So let me go to
Yeah.
Michael Pepper, MPT. So he said, "Do you want to read that if you don't mind?"
I was disappointed that they didn't match the whole S Pen to the phone this year. Um, oh, I know what he's talking about. On mine, it's the same because it's all black, but I think on
Oh,
the
I got you. The color.
if you got the burgundy, the pen is burgundy. The pen isn't burgundy. I think it's black, right? I think the are all the pens black, Michael? Is that what it is? I think just the tip
Yeah.
is or the other way
Can
around.
you can you elaborate more on the colors, Michael? Because I'm not sure. I did not do
Yeah,
my research.
him or Eric would know, or I think whoever
Yeah,
else.
whoever has the phone.
Who else in the audience has one? I think
Yeah,
a bunch of people.
because I just want to give a little quick reset. And if you're watching, you're part of the replay crew. Don't forget to, you know, reply with replay crew, like, comment, and those things. Let's get back. Everybody, keep it respectful on the comment. Let's just continue conversation. I agree. So I'm gonna break in different categories. The first category I want to talk about build quality. What is your
Um,
opinion?
you want me to give it a grade or a 0 through 10 or something?
Oh yeah, or you could do 1 to 5, whatever you want. It doesn't matter, whatever you pick, whatever scale.
Yeah, so far I would
Yeah,
say,
let's do 1 to 10. Make it
except
easy.
for
Go
the
ahead.
S, if five's the highest, except for the S Pen, I would say we'll say 4.5 just to give a little, to bring in the S Pen flimsiness, but 4.5 out of five, I guess.
Okay, cool. 4 point
It's
out of 5.
actually it's actually that's one thing I was going to actually mention while you're at it, just to elaborate. It's a chunker. I mean, it's a big, heavy phone. I mean, again, you kind of know that. Now, I don't think, ironically, it's that much bigger and heavier than the iPhone 11 was, which is interesting, right? Considering it's more powerful and more recent and all that, right? But yeah, it takes a little getting used to, you can feel it when you compare it. I mean, certainly compared to my old Pixel
Second
or
question along those lines:
yeah.
how it feel, and because people complain about grabbing it, the corners are sharp without a case. Do you feel the same way?
I thought I would, and I remember playing with
Some
the.
people complaining.
Well, I remember it's funny you mentioned that. I remember playing with the Note 20 Ultra extensively a couple times at Best Buy, and I did feel that had sharper corners. I don't really feel it as much with this one. Now, part of it is because I have a case. The case kind of helps a little bit, so it's an outer box commuter. I might go with a different one, but this is just to get it started. So, in case I drop it or something until I get the case I really want. But it's not a bad case to start out with. And yeah, no, they're not the corners. Yeah, they're square, right? But they're not sharp. They don't hurt you or
No,
anything.
okay, cool.
I mean, I guess if you really push it into your hand or thigh or whatever, you could feel it, but I don't feel it in my hand like, oh my
Because most
God,
people
it's
that
it's
complain, they're saying that without a case. With a case, they feel comfortable. That's my research. Let me read this.
yeah.
What he said, they match the exclusivity, but the white and I think the burgundy both still have the black. Okay, I get it now. So
Mm.
he's talking about the S Pen. So yeah, so what I'm, what else do you think about the build quality? Anything else that you
Um,
want to talk about that part before we move on?
yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I
It
think it's
doesn't
really
creak,
it's
it
it's
doesn't move.
it's
There's
solid.
no flimsy parts, nothing.
The what? I'm sorry.
It doesn't creak. It doesn't, it's
Oh
well
no,
put together.
no, no, no. It's solid. It's really solid. It again, it should be for the money you're spending.
Halo
I'd be
Trail.
I'd be I'd be really ticked off if it was anything if it was anything but as
Hmm.
good as it is.
So now, yeah, we're talking about build quality and all that. How's it feel because it's big, carrying it? How it's a bulk in the pants? Because yeah, mostly guys have this phone, but I see some female that bought it. So skinny jeans. Some guys wear skinny jeans. So how you feel like carrying it around?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
plus, you got a big case, so that making another.
it's gonna yeah, that's I haven't. I mean, I'm still wearing. It's just cold enough here to still be kind of wearing jackets, especially even kind
Mhm,
of wintry somewhat because the weather keeps
mhm,
varying for April and we're going to May.
mhm,
But so far, I would say um, it hasn't been an issue because I just put it in the jacket pocket. Now, when we
mhm.
go to no jacket as things get that much warmer, yeah, that could be an issue. I have to figure out if
So
I'm gonna.
like
I hate to
flossy
do
kind
those
of
big
thing.
I hate to do those big chunky,
Mhm.
holster things, but if it comes to that, I mean, what is a guy supposed to do? You either squeeze this gigantic thing in your pocket, and I don't want to put it in the back pocket. I'll sit on and break it like most people
Oh
would,
no,
right?
definitely not.
Right. But
Mhm.
then, but then you put it in a front pocket. Yeah, that could be annoying too, and just a little too much. So,
Yeah, since we're talking
um,
about build quality and all that, how is that's part of the build quality? How is the reachability to reach the phone comfortably? Is there still an issue?
yeah, I mean, it's the good news is I think I don't even have good luck yet on anything, but it's fine. I mean, it's a little tough to one hand it unless you're like LeBron James hands or whatever. But the good news, I almost dropped it. The good news, you can pretty much everything as far as the notification shade. Um, you can pull everything down, from halfway down,
Mhm.
almost like having Nova launch on there. And
Oh, okay, cool.
this is with the stock launcher, yeah. So they've improved that. There's also an option they've had, I think, for forever on the Note, and I think on the Ultra series where you can do like I forgot what they call it. It's like half a. I mean, never mind. Maybe I'm thinking. Am I thinking of the iPhone? You can do a half thing, and then you can just it drops everything down or something like that. The top
Oh yeah,
icon.
there's a functionality that you can make it smaller, like a square, and you could use the phone more comfortable.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah. But what's the one I'm
Yeah.
thinking? I think maybe I'm thinking of iOS, the one where you it drops the icons down or something. So But yeah, it's no, it's like I said, it's right on the outside edge of
No,
being
go
too
ahead.
big, but again, it feels premium. And I'll tell you this much. I was going to touch on this in a minute, but if you want to do it now.
Okay, go
It
ahead.
is nice. It is nice having that screen real estate. I
Okay.
find that,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's part of the build quality.
it's what
I said it's part of the build quality to
I think
continue.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a couple times, I think I was telling you, I usually take my iPad with me, and a couple of times I haven't taken the iPad if I was just going out for a couple hours or whatever, and I didn't think I needed it or one. This is enough. I mean, it's almost a 7-inch display. It's almost like
And
having an iPad Mini basically at that point, right? Or a
it's
mini
true.
tablet. Yeah,
Yeah, all the 7-inch tablets back in the days when Android started. And also, how it's no battery anxiety or nothing, right?
no battery. What?
Anxiety.
No, not so far, knock on wood. So I've got it set for, I pretty much got everything. I've got the 120 hertz. Um, yeah, I hardly ever use the power saving mode. Um, I've been doing the 85% charge, like maybe half the time, and then sometimes I want to get the full close to the 100, right? Um,
And I
and
want
I'm
to add
so
something to that. That's good because if you go into an amusement park or stuff they're gonna be all day long, like activities like that, that's good. Those stuff
yeah,
get nowhere near a charger, so therefore you're gonna enjoy the day. Yeah, most of the time you shut it off, and I'm doing the daytime, but it's
yeah.
still. I mean, when you go stuff like that, because summer's coming, so I want to throw that out. So stuff like that, it's very good.
Well, let me
So.
just to be fair, let me caveat a couple things. So I'm not one of those. I'm not Flossie Carter or some of these people. I don't. Oh, maximum everything. I don't. I think I've told you this in the past. I don't use GPS on location services unless I'm actually need it. I'm using it right. I only typically put Bluetooth on if I know I'm gonna, I'm either using it or I'm about to, right? If I'm going out or something. And let me see what else. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. I'm just not what. So, and I keep this thing is so freaking bright. That's one plus I was gonna say that I really don't need the I don't keep it up super bright. So the
Mm.
display, let me see where it is right now. Um, my God, yeah. I mean, this is pretty bright, and it's all the way down to. It's
Oh yeah, that's one thing. The display is good. Also got this comment for you. Say, do you use the call and text on other devices feature? I don't know what he's talking about because I don't own the phone.
No, I haven't. Was that Kia or oh,
No,
that's Michael. Yeah, I have no, but I think that's kind of like what you do with the iPad versus iPhone, I believe, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Michael. And I might try that. Yeah, I think I theoretically I should be able to do that. I'm
yeah,
glad. In
you
fact,
should get in
thanks for reminding
contact
me of
with
that. I might
Michael
try it.
and learn
Yeah,
all that.
thanks for reminding
Michael,
me. Yeah, I
Michael's
might.
very advanced.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that. Yeah, yeah. Theoretically, it should work, right? With the Galaxy Buds,
Hmm.
that phone, and this tablet, it should be able to connect the tablet to a phone call through the Buds, right?
Yeah,
So,
through Wi-Fi or through Bluetooth connectivity, who knows?
yeah.
And now switching the subject to the software, what do you have any gripe with the software or anything, or is it too much to find things easier because they got the sync and it's harder to find things? Not from your perspective, but from a general consumer. Because you're techie, you can find everything because you hit the search button. You don't have to go deep in that, but not everybody knows that.
True. No, no issues really so far. I mean, yeah, I mean, again, I'm kind of used to Samsung. I think people who are more shocked by that are people who are coming from a Pixel or coming from an iPhone, right? Or, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe all these different menus and options. And it's not, if you're used to, it's like anything else. So, for some people, this is not as intuitive as the way like Pixel's set up, right? For example, um, you still have your Google cards or whatever, when you swipe to the right, but
And Mhm. Another
yeah,
question that I have on the software: did you tend to stay with the main software features? For example, um, internet texting, or you use other texting messages like RCS? Do you use Chrome, or do you tend to stay with the Samsung apps that comes?
I'm on the Samsung text right now. I might try RCS. Yeah. I see Michael asking about the animations. Yeah, one of the first things I always do with an Android phone is put the go to developer options and set the animations for 0.5. Yeah, yeah. You could turn them off, of course, but then you might get some choppiness, right? But you don't even have to even have to do that. I mean, this thing is so smooth. I'm not even sure. Some people either don't know that exists, right? Or people who do may not want to change it to 0.5 and leave it at 1, right?
So another question, if you were to recommend a person, okay, sell me the person, be like a salesperson. If you were to, I know you don't work for Samsung, but if you were to convince people this is the ecosystem to pick, and no, just for giggles and laugh, how would
Yeah,
you pick? Sorry to put you on the spot, but
no, it's okay. Yeah, I haven't done sales in so many years or decades even.
Mhm.
I would basically say, this is something I would recommend if you are going to use it to create content. That some people are just are going to be okay with the S22 Plus or the regular one. If you don't need as much battery, you don't need the cameras. But if you want the best cameras that they're offering right now, you don't need the foldable, right? The Z Fold 3 or the upcoming Z Fold 4. You prefer the slab. You want the best cameras. You want the S Pen. Um, and pretty much, every bell and whistle, the battery life, the best display they have right now with the highest uh, uh, nits, the highest brightness. This is the one to get. How's
You
that?
know, you know how would I do that? I would do it a little different. I will give
Hmm.
demos on each area that I think it will catch
Yeah,
the buyer attention. Be like, oh, this is good. This is productivity. This is how you split screen. If they're a new consumer, they're
yeah,
regular consumer. Because I'm not gonna say average consumer. I hate the word. I just said it. It'll be the last time. I mean, just a general consumer. I would just okay. This is how you use it, and that's how you sell a phone because usability speak more than oh. Let me say this is good, but how good it is the
right,
actual product's not shown.
right.
So.
Well, it comes down to features and benefits, right? And then it's kind of being finance guys, cost benefit analysis, right? So yeah,
PDAs, files, you could sign and stuff like that. So that's good.
absolutely,
And
absolutely. So
yeah,
so content consumption, of course, check. Productivity check. Creation check. Um,
gaming, check.
gaming, yeah, gaming with that battery and that's display, absolutely.
Does it
Um,
have a gaming mode? Just wondering because some phones have it on Android. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
there is, yeah, there's something. Michael Pepper or someone could probably speak to it better. I'm not a
Yeah,
gamer, so, but I think
yeah.
there's something like that on
Yeah,
there.
before we continue, I just want to say something quick, reset the room. I would like to say if you have any questions, just put it out there. Base, if you had the phone, that could help me and Sharky, to learn more about it or to answer the question to the best ability of us. So, yeah. So, another thing that I wanted to say now, it's still on the software. I want to speak on connectivity to other devices like mirroring, DeX, and all that. Can you give a little description of how you feel about that? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I love like I said, I have zero issues with Bluetooth. I've heard some people are having some battery lag. I don't think battery, but maybe a few batteries. Some people are having lag issues. Some people say they're having Wi-Fi issues. Haven't really experienced those. Did have a little weird thing with the text a couple times where it didn't go through the first time. I think that's 90% sure. That's a 95% sure that's a carrier issue with AT&T,
Mhm.
right? Maybe getting used to the new device or something crazy. But yeah, I would like to try maybe that, like Michael mentioned, the trying to call using the connectivity with the S7 Plus,
Yeah,
and
I'm going to
also
take a further
yeah,
step. Check this out. Sorry to interrupt you.
no,
If you are a type of person, you don't need to carry your laptop to give it a presentation. You have it all there and you just mirror it. And therefore, it's easier because you got that device. You make sure it's charged, you make sure your PowerPoint presentation is there. And if you need a cable, you connect it to, because everything 80% and above everything's USB-C nowadays. Or you can mirror and stuff like that. So that's the flexibility at that phone that you have with DeX and other stuff. And that's good, you know what I mean? If you're a
yeah,
business person. So,
right,
or even business student or something, you got to give a presentation. Be like, why should I carry a laptop or tablet or do this, and that? If I got the phone do everything. As long as it's charged, as long as there's enough connectivity in that room, you're good to go. And let me
Right,
go back to
right.
Michael Pepper question.
So
Do you
yeah, I
want
have to.
to? Do you want to
So
read
like
this
you
one?
said, yeah, sure. But yeah, as far as Dex goes, I would like to try that too. It definitely has it for either another display or the TV. Not really a gaming mode, but there are yeah, that's absolutely true. I should have mentioned. Great point, Michael. I should have mentioned that. Default is optimized, can bump up to higher maximum to force higher performance for gaming or during editing videos to get max processing. Yeah. So I don't know if that speaks to the whole thing about, where they got a little bit of tiny bit of hot water as far as the right, Samsung, as far as the
Throttle.
yeah, the throttling or something. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a way to unthrottle it. Maybe Michael can talk about that. I'm not sure
Oh, that's a
100%.
good point because LumaFusion is coming to Android, so then you get the full benefit. So therefore, you're not
Right,
limited.
right.
Yeah,
But
I love
but
LumaFusion.
you would think, but it's sort of, I guess, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Michael. I'm thinking it's more like, at least assuming it's not, some conspiratorial thing, that it's kind of like with the how they default to the 1080p, and then you have to set the display for the 1440, right, and the 120 hertz variable refresh rate. And I'm thinking, same with that processing, optimized processing, you can change it to something higher if you want. It defaults to an optimized mode, which is better for battery life. So
So that's one thing I got to gripe because not every consumer is taking enough to know those stuff. Because my mom don't know. So
right,
therefore, then why are you wasting all that money if you could have bought a 1080p phone? You're gonna leave it at 1080p. Not everybody
right.
knows that, and that's just T. I don't know. You could talk about that because I'm not happy with that part.
No, it's a fair point. I'm looking for it right now. I'm just curious where did I see it? Let me see. Michael could probably know it faster than me. I think it's right on. To be fair, Lewis, I think it's right on one of the main. Let me see. I thought it was one of them. Is it general? Of course, when you're looking for something, you can't find it, right?
Because my
But
father, my uncle don't know about that, so therefore, it just
yeah, let me see.
whenever they
Perhaps.
see, oh, it's crispy. Yes, the 1080p is crispy better than other 1080p because the
Right,
1080p quality has getting better
right.
throughout the years. But still, let me go back
Before
over
the
here to
GOS
Michael.
issues, yeah.
And
Oh,
what is
is it
God?
under? But where's it located, Michael? Why am I not seeing it now? I
They
just
had
saw
those
it.
modes, but before the gods. Okay, I got you.
But
What
where
are
is
you
it
asking,
in the
Michael?
where is it in settings? I just saw it. I saw it before. I don't.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for that optimized thing. Like if your dad was
Okay,
interested.
just type on search optimize, it'll come up. You don't have to go through the whole settings.
I'm not sure about that. Sometimes it doesn't
Oh,
show
sometimes.
the.
Okay.
Let me see. You might be right though. Well, because optimized is something used more than once on there.
Oh, okay, got you.
Oh, okay. So I think it's under display. Is it under display? Yeah.
Let me
No, I'm
see.
not seeing it there. Let me see.
So I believe they have you choose resolution and refresh rate as part of the setup. They do, but you still could switch it. I've seen it on the video. I just don't recall where it's coming from. But it's fine if
Right.
you can find it. Oh, processing is a quick mode settings.
Quick mode. Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm clueless because I don't have the phone.
Yeah, right, right. No, I wouldn't expect you to. Oh, he means on the outside. Okay, never mind. I think I know what he means. Uh, all right.
No worries.
Back having Wi-Fi doesn't right. Okay.
I mean, it's fine if you can find it. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Let me. But well, but that kind of. I guess that kind of proves your point a little bit, right? It's like it should be probably more.
yeah, it should be easier to find. But therefore, if you're having a hard time, imagine irregular folks.
Right. Oh, here we go. Is it processing speed? I think that's what it is. Yeah. You know what? It's under battery settings of all things. Yeah. So
But what that has to
processing.
do with display? I don't know.
It's not. It's well. It's not. It's not display. It's just considered. It's under more battery settings. So it's like they give you a bunch of options for battery life, and basically it's right here,
Hmm.
processing speed. So I have it set for
Okay.
optimize, but you have other options. You can set it for high or maximum. So to Michael's
Mhm.
point, that gives you more power for gaming or exporting videos, things like that, right? So,
Also, I got you made a good point now that it came into my head. You could be editing your phone, and also you could mirror it to your TV because it's Samsung, so therefore you have a big canvas to look at the output. But okay, I edit two pieces together. I'm gonna edit
Yeah,
the third one. Let me just rewind back. That's good for editing. So it's much easier to edit because you got the flexibility of the ecosystem. So it's gonna be beneficial for you
yeah.
once you get into that editing.
But how would
Oh,
if you were going to edit on there though? You'd want you get a mouse or something like that, and you get have a keyboard and mouse. I would think, right?
yeah, you could do that too if you want. Or also
Right.
you could edit with your finger and just mimic mirror the phone, and therefore you could look better on the screen. You just you know. And you don't have to use a finger. You got the S Pen, so therefore that's how I edit with Lumen Fusion with the pen all the time.
That's true. I'm just
Yeah,
saying you can't use the S Pen on the TV, unfortunately. But sure,
you're
of
using
course
it
on
on
the
the
phone.
phone, so everything you do on the phone is mimicking on the actual TV. So that's a bigger canvas. So you don't need to buy an actual
Well, I
monitor.
think I guess you're probably right about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
So
makes
you'll be golden. Let me see what I
yeah.
trusted Barry finally a new router. Oh, he got a new router.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I gotta go back to Lemon because Lemon did something wrong with me, but I'll discuss that later. It's something.
Oh yeah,
It's not working proper. It's working good, but I'll tell you later.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I digress because that's not the subject for
No, but
today.
it looks like the picture and sound are fantastic. So
Yeah, because I'm at 730, but I'll explain to you why I'm at 1080p. But
yeah, yeah. I know that's kind of the just part of what we kind of want, right? So
so yeah, I'm kind of frustrated, but I'll discuss it later. I don't want to short circuit my viewers. So yeah, so it's wonderful because there's okay. The build quality is good. We talked about the software got many features. You don't have to carry a laptop. You do an easy presentation, and you can mirror or actually do actually connect the phone if you need to connect it to a cable. And you could put do not disturb because you don't want to get disturbed in the middle of the live conference or whatever you're doing. So those
yeah,
stuff are good. So there's a lot of benefit with that phone. So I'd rather have the sync than be short circuit or short handed on features. That's just my take. And the
yeah,
actual point is your remote control. So therefore you could be walking and still doing that presentation and stuff like that. So that's what I
yeah,
like about it. There, and it's a beast of a powerhouse on regular consumption, um, everyday consumer, like for example, business type of orientation. Also take it to extreme level of gaming, and also you could do content creation. So
yeah,
far, I'm loving it.
yeah. Thanks. I mean, there's a couple ways you can go, you know. So just as a quick contra to that, you might find interesting. I was just thinking about this. You know, I could have gone a whole different direction if I wanted to. I could have gotten, say, I know how much you're great and how much you love your Sony ZV-1s. I could, for what I spent on this thing, I could have got at least one of those, maybe two. Well, certainly one, and then gotten like I don't know, say a Pixel 6, right, roughly. Even though the video quality on that may be slightly surpassed by the Samsung, the stills are as good or better than the Samsung, especially for fast, for action shots, right? Or I whatever, you know what I mean? I could or even a Pixel 5a or whatever, and a ZV-1 or a Canon DSLR mirror, you know what I mean? So there's different ways. It comes down to what you know, the deal was there. I like the fact that everything integrates with the Samsung ecosystem. So those really were big factors. If you take those factors away, I might have made a different choice, to be perfectly honest with you, just because you know, yeah, you know how I feel. I'm a value guy, and I just don't think any phone should cost. I'm kind of I'm not a fan of. I don't think phones should cost what laptops cost. That's just putting aside even if you say you say you can afford it, fine, right? But not every it's money you could spend elsewhere. I could upgrade my laptop for what this phone cost, right? Easily, you know.
True,
So
but you
yeah,
think about it. This phone it's like a laptop because you're doing the full functionality. You're doing more because, like I said, I give those examples about doing presentations, stuff like that. So you're getting a lot. So
You are, of course, and you should that, but that's my point. You should get your money's worth. That's all I'm trying to say. There's other directions you could go if you don't want something as big and heavy as this thing, and with God forbid you drop it, and those cameras break. You know, of course you could drop a ZV-1, God forbid, or anything else, right? So
mhm.
if we're gonna go there, and maybe battery life in some ways this is better, right?
It's okay. I got another one. No, I'm just
Right,
kidding.
right.
I'm just messing with you.
Yes, you
No,
do. No,
yeah.
but you know what I mean. So there's different ways people can
Yeah.
mix and match
And
things.
I,
And
and, and I want to say something I haven't said for a while to reset the room. This is just his opinion, and also we are not. Repeat, we do not work for Samsung. Just a disclaimer before we get canned. It
right,
just we're just talking from the experience, what we like, what we don't like, why he choose that final phone to be his content creator phone. And because you're new, you don't need a camera right now. Yes, you've been having a camera back in the day because you know, certain age, but age doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, you're older,
right.
so you've been more experienced with camera. So you could have go that route, but you went this route because it's giving you more. Like I said, it's a mini computer, it's a
Right.
content creation powerhouse, and it's just a regular phone and a business phone all in one. What can you ask for more?
Yeah.
As long as you take care of the battery and you don't they depreciate the battery quicker than normal, then
Right.
you
Agreed.
good to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah. If it weren't for all the value that it does that, I probably would have gone a different direction, or the deal wasn't there, or I wasn't already part of the Samsung sort of ecosystem, right? Because, like I said, there's definitely other ways you can go. Even if I said to myself, okay, I really don't want to, I really don't want iPhone. Okay, but there's still other directions. Oh, yes, so many things he wants. Oh, okay.
Go ahead. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what, Michael? If you want to come in, go ahead. You could come and you could have those
sure.
questions. You're invited. I mean, let me know. I'll drop the link if you want to come, and I'll do an extra half an hour. Yeah, I would like to hear your input. You have the phone too.
Sure.
Well, I wouldn't mind. I'm gonna send the link in case you want to come in.
That's
So,
that's yeah, that's a good one.
you know, me. I'm always inviting people. So let
Yeah.
me make sure that I got the right person. Go ahead. You could take it away. While I'll do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything
Um,
else?
I don't know if you want to talk about the Twitter thing at all, or I mean, we don't have to. I don't want to derail things too much. We'll get back certainly with Michael, but
Yeah, let's see if Michael comments.
he says like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, he said link me. Perfect. I'm glad he's
Yeah.
coming in. So he could pick your brain and you could talk about it and people could learn. So yeah, the link is there. Come in with yeah, Latrell, come in too. Of
Oh
course.
yeah, Latrizi.
Yeah. I'm
Latrizi.
sending you the link right now. Bear with me, Latrell. Yeah, because he's a Samsung guy, so I would like to listen to his opinion too. It's
Sure.
very valuable. Yeah, so go ahead and take it away while I do this, because
I get you want to talk about the Twitter thing for a couple minutes. We can
yeah,
do that.
just talk whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know how I feel. We had on my Twitter space. You were on a few other people here on Saturday night, and I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, I'm not a Elon Musk hater, let alone a Tesla hater. I don't own one. I'd like to. We'll see. But I don't know. It's just there's so many
That's fine,
questions.
Latrell. Go ahead.
There's more questions than there are answers right now, right? And it's like
Yeah.
conflicts of interest, the financing. It's I mean, they've accepted the offer of the board of Twitter, but it's not
Yeah,
official.
we shall
Official.
see if he's screwed up. We shall see. It's still a question mark to remain to see.
Oh, there's a whole
So
bunch of. I mean, I was just going to say, Congress somebody may raise a hackle. They may not even go through for,
mhm.
SEC, what have you. So, but they've accepted it at least on
Yeah.
its face, and so I mean, I don't know. It's just you kind of have to wonder one of the not to get political too much, but he does have a certain political bent, and they're saying he may bring Trump back into Twitter. He may be. So, that would definitely make a lot of people leave. So, and that's
Mhm.
unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's why I think there should be it's not best. I don't know if it's a good idea in general to have the richest guy in the world owning one of the biggest social media platforms, right? It's a fair debate. We could have,
It may
everyone's
be
going to have.
good, or it may be bad. Who knows?
I'm
So,
hoping it's good. I think he's said a couple
or it
things
could be
like he would
in the
allow.
middle.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he said he would allow people to edit tweets. That's great, and he would make people who pay for Twitter Blue would automatically get checked verified, which I think is great. But there's a million other things about him that I am a little bit, not as cool with, and he's talked down his own stock before at Tesla. He's I mean, actually, if you know the terms of the deal, they're actually taking it private, right? So there's a reason why companies often go private, right? It's less scrutiny. There's no board of directors, right? It's not a public company anymore, so there's no shareholders. Therefore, there's no board of directors. There's no oversight. So he can, within reason, he can do what he wants, which could be good, or like you said, Lewis, or it could be bad, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, hey, Angie's here too.
Hey, Angie. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. And once again, congrats for all your success.
Yeah,
People, if you
definitely.
want to follow her, check her channel. If you're going to follow her for what she does. If you're just going to give a sub and be a ghost, don't. All right. But I recommend her. She's one of my good friends on Clubhouse. She's been good, and she do. Go ahead. You can introduce her better than me.
You want Angie?
Yeah, go ahead. Because you know
Yeah.
better.
She's a terrific content creator that just broke 1,000 subs and getting the watch hour. She has brand deals, and if you have any interest at all in green thumb, do it yourself. What is it, hydroponics and home
Correct.
gardening? She's one of your best sources. But I think that goes for all of us, Louis. Right? Don't subscribe to
Correct.
us just to subscribe. Subscribe if you actually want to support us, but it's also support our content, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, since I met her, I mean, I gravitate to her aura, her, she's honest,
Yeah.
pure, from what I know her so far. So that's why I'm recommending her. I wouldn't recommend nobody that is not. Send me the link to my main page, Melon, instead of Quest link. Oh, I did it wrong? Why it's not working? Michael, I don't know.
I could
This is
try forwarding. I could try forwarding the one you sent me if you want.
Yeah, do that because I don't know what's going on. And let me see if I did it correct with Latrell. So, yeah, so that's one person that you could subscribe. It's a lot of content value. She always, answer questions. She's always there. She does a clubhouse on Thursdays from 10 p.m. to midnight. It's all about content creation, how to better, and stuff like that. I just give him credit where credit is due. So supporting the people that give me love, those are the ones you should keep. That is strange. I sent it to him. Why?
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Is there an easy way? I should know. Is there an easy way to forward it a DM? I can't.
No, I'm gonna do it again to see.
Okay. Yeah. It won't let me. Sorry, it won't let me click on it for some reason.
Oh, that's just weird. I mean, go ahead. You could keep talking while I do it.
Oh, now it just did. Hold on. Let me see if I can take that. Yeah, because otherwise, I'm going to wind up being on the stream twice and trying to.
It's limited because of my issue with something happened with the payment. I don't know what's going on, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's limited. How many people can you have? Because right now I'm not in the paid version. Something happened, so I got to talk to Lemon.
Oh, really? Wow. Share via tweet. I just want to copy the link, right? Okay, let me go back and do that.
Yeah, you could do that.
And you said it was, and it's
getting back to the subject. There's a lot of good stuff about Samsung. Hate it or love it, it depends on your experience. But they have improved. I'm gonna say it once, and I hate the word. I will repeat it again. TouchWiz. That's not gonna come out of my mouth. That's long going. If you haven't tried Samsung, try it again. It's good to expand your horizon. If you want one ecosystem, it's fine. You don't want to jump ship, but it's still good because you gotta try it. For me, I try everything. Whatever it works, and that's what I take. I'm not confined to know this and that. No, whatever it works for the moment, I take it. The best equipment for the best tools in the current moment. That's what I do.
Yeah. I might have sent him the same thing too. I don't know. We'll see what he says.
I sent it again, so I'm not sure what's going on. And
Okay.
I don't know if I
What
sent.
about Latrell? What did he say?
I sent it. So I don't know how many people are supposed to have.
I think you can have what? Is it 6 or something, or maybe more?
But remember, I'm in the free version now because something happened with the payment.
Oh, okay, okay, got you. Well, it's at least 4. I mean, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sending it again
It's either
to
4 or
Michael
6.
and let me do Latrell.
One thing I like about Melon, I don't think they ever give you any less than what StreamYard gives you, right?
No, they're
And in
all the
fact,
same.
they always give. In fact, they usually give a little bit more on every level. Right?
Hmm. So yeah. Oh, hey, Ted. Thanks for coming in. And let's see this is working. Yeah, we're discussing what are the choices of buying different operating system, what is good, what is bad. All of them got pros and cons. It just depends what fits your needs. I mean, we're not fanboys, we're not nothing, we just generalizing because what worked for me may not work for you. So it won't let me join. Only allowed one guest must be, I guess. That is strange.
Yeah. How about Latrell? Did he?
No, I guess it's only one guest because I have the free version. Who knows? I don't know what's the rules. Just research Michael and let me know if he.
Did Latrell say anything though?
No, he didn't say nothing. He said he was driving, but I don't know if he can come in either.
Oh, okay. I'll send him if you want. If you hadn't already sent it.
Oh, you have one guest remaining. Yeah, I do got. You invite up to 8 guests with the pro count. Oh, okay, but I don't have the pro.
But you do. Well, you do. But you were saying
Yeah, I
this,
have one guest slot. So why Michael's not coming up?
right? Make
I'll
sure.
send Michael. I'm sending the link one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna continue.
Okay.
Pick the last one that I sent. Let me go to Michael Pepper.
And I got out of that in case that was taking up me for 2 or something. You know what I mean? The host hasn't met guest limit.
Well, I don't know. What happened if I generate a new link?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Like a refresh.
Create a new, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna create a new link, see what happens. This is my first time doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it because I'm broadcasting. So, anyways, I tried. It said host has me guest limit. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I bought that pro thingy for the discount, and now it's no longer there. So I don't know what's going on. So I got to talk to them.
Let me try it. Now I'm getting, oh, you tweet, want to share as a link. But
Yeah,
that
do
might be
not
the.
retreat. Everybody gonna try to help and don't make it public.
No, no, I don't mean as a tweet. I mean as a DM, direct message. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
that's how
try.
you're supposed to do it.
Oh, is it?
It says host has me guest limit. Oh, that's what he says. So I guess I met the limit, but I thought it said I could invite one more person.
Yeah.
You have one guest slot remaining. Yeah, I got one. Why is he not coming?
That's odd. Try the last, Michael. Try the last one I just sent to your DM.
Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna continue because I don't want to derail the
Yeah.
conversation and people. So yeah, so I'm glad, and we're talking about Sharky experiences. You may buy the phone, it may not be for you, and that's fine. And that's fine. I mean, use whatever is fit your needs, and that's what I'm trying to get. Some people don't. Some people be like, "Oh, no, you can't do this, and that." And sorry, I'm waving my hands too much, but
That's okay.
yeah. So try it. Some people might be overwhelmed because there's too many features. Sometimes my mother go crazy, but she love.
Yeah.
She say, "Do not buy me an iPhone because I would disown you as his son. I know she's kidding, it's a joke, but
Yeah.
still, I laugh.
Yeah.
You know,
She's made her thoughts about iPhones crystal clear pretty much at this point, right?
yeah, and she loved the Samsung Ego system. So
Wow, there you go.
I'm gonna try to get a tablet because I think they have a free tablet, like the Tab A or something. If they do, I'll get it for her. You know,
Oh,
here,
definitely,
you
definitely,
know.
definitely. She'd love that.
All
Yeah,
right. Same.
yeah, that's
Yeah, they
strange.
say talking with your hands holds attention. Oh yeah, that's true.
Hey,
Hmm. But
what's the
sometimes
matter with
when
you?
you this, it could be distracting too much of it.
Right, it's a trade-off, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because some people had it. I told them nicely constructive criticism. You waving to your hands too much, and see how you and I are doing it easy. Um, I
Yeah.
know this is not content creation, but I want to drop this. It just after you do it for a while, you get comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
So let me see what Angie's saying. I have the iPhone 11. Convince me to upgrade.
There you go. That's your sale. Now it's your turn to sell her a newer iPhone, right?
Okay, I would say if you have the cash to upgrade, you might as well wait for the 14 because the 14 is going to bring more features. The iPhone 14 clarify that. So do not buy the 13 because that's almost going out of the door in September every year. The iPhone comes out. So
Ah, that's a cop out. No, I'm just kidding. That's just
and
funny.
also you get the benefit of the camera. You get
Yeah,
what is it called when you get the
cinematic,
bokeh, cinematic,
cinematic. Yeah,
cinematic mode and stuff like that. I just blanked
yeah,
out for a minute. So
yeah.
those are good features to have if you want to record videos and do more stuff. But what you have is working. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Why
Yeah,
spend more cash?
I would agree.
Look, you made it to 1K. You're doing good.
Right.
When you have more cash and more money to upgrade, then you go to that route. But I'll say the 14 is a valuable phone, valuable phone to buy because you're coming from the 11, so you get the cinematic mode and more features enhancement on the camera, so better to record your videos. Only upgrade when it's needed. And I'll repeat the
Yeah.
same quote that I say everywhere that I go. First, upgrade your skills before you upgrade your equipment.
There you go. Yeah. Well, as you know,
Mhm.
in my case, I didn't really have a choice, right? So my old phone literally was not only almost dead, but not working anymore on my network, right? So that I went through all these machinations, as you know, as I explained earlier in the stream, where I went from the iPhone 11 to the OnePlus 9 Pro, and now to the Samsung S22 Ultra, and they're all good. They all have their. You really can't go wrong with any of them. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, right? But
The
what
CB1, that's I want to go to my self and look. I'm fixing my glasses, so I'm being the salesperson. I'm getting serious and
uh
straight. The CB1 is an amazing camera for a beginner. You don't have to worry about changing lens. You could put an amazing autofocus. Like I'm gonna prove it to you right now. Look how fast it takes to autofocus and come back to me. Seconds. I'm
yeah.
in focus. Got the eye tracking. It's an amazing camera, Angie. If you have the cash, you don't need to buy a camera for a couple of years. You could stay with this one. That's one thing that I told you. If you're thinking about the CB1, I exhort you, if you could find it for cheaper, you don't have to buy new. You could buy used or open box. It's a great, amazing camera. Small and conspicuous. You could take it everywhere. To the what you say, Menards. I think you could record. Nobody gonna bother you because you don't got a big rig. And I got a picture that I will send you later and DM you so you can see my rig. Small. And that's what I like about the camera. Small but mighty and powerful. It got every features that's a big camera. It got S log, everything built in, microphone if you don't want to buy an extra microphone. So therefore, I'm doing a blogging with that camera test so you can see it. It's coming up this week. I'm editing the video, and I'll tell everybody if you're new to camera, this is the best way to go. You put it on auto, and you just leave it, and it'll do everything and everything and everything. It got so many features that I'm not only pleased. I love this camera for what it brought. I got two of them. I already used both of them in different scenarios. So they got the black one, they got the white one. The white one is nice. I just prefer black, but anything you need to know more extra, and you could buy some extra stuff. You only need two stuff, and the camera will be ready to go. I mean, I like it a lot. As you see, I'm crispy, clear. Look, I'm moving out of the frame, and I'm coming back, and look how fast it
Right.
focused.
Right.
So they got product showcase and everything. So
Yeah. So it allows, whether it's stills or video, it allows you to grow with it. I think the
mhm.
only two caveats, correct me if I'm wrong, are that it doesn't have the interchangeable lenses for people that may want or need that in the future, right? And it doesn't have, and Michael Pepper mentions the, you might want a second, but that's true with any camera, right? A mini shotgun mic with it or what have you, right?
Oh, correct.
Or do a wireless like you do with the Rode, right? Either
Yeah,
way.
you could buy a wireless system for cheaper than this. They got it cheaper. They got 100, 150. So you could do all that. So I really highly recommend it. I've been pleased with it. I had no problem. Yeah, some people have problem when it came out. I'm not gonna deny that. But
Mhm.
I love it. I mean, in a heartbeat, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get back to the subject. So Michael Pepper, next time when I fix this issue, you could come in. I want you to come in. It would have been the perfect, but you know. So let me read this quick. So you are awesome. Thanks. Why? While it's so out all over, I just want it for live streaming. Oh, it's perfect. Go back to my live streaming. You'll see the screen speeds, the quality, everything.
Yeah.
So it never. It have. Yeah, sometimes it's problem, but it's not the camera. It's just the actual, like the network and all that.
Yeah.
Other than that, for live streaming, it's an amazing. And either for content creation, you could do a lot. I mean, I'm gonna send you some link from other channels that have done feature length mini movies with it. So how
Yep.
you saw the cinematic Chinese channel, it was an amazing that you saw
Yeah.
from this camera.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna get back to the subject because I'm gonna go for 10 more minutes and wrap it up. I just want to, don't want to
Well,
bore
just look at the
people.
difference between me and it's both at 720 compressed over the cloud, right? But between me and Lewis, so you can see a lot of there's a little bit of background blur and you can see his features a little more clearly. I mean, I'm using it's a decent webcam at the 1080p, but doesn't have that bokeh or cinematic type thing. Doesn't, it's not the same type of camera and lens, right? So different. It's much smaller sensor on this tablet, on the front facing camera of this tablet than what Lewis is using on his ZV1. So
Oh yeah, Michael. Since I have the equipment set up, I would like to come to your live stream. I mean, I'm already set up. I might as well continue. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish anyway in 10 minutes, Michael, and then you can take over. And I'm willing to come to your live stream. I don't know if Sharky want to come in, but because we're
sure,
all set up, we might as well just continue.
keep
You
the
know,
party going. Right?
get the party going. So yeah, and then right there you could talk about this subject and could answer more questions. And
Yeah,
once I get off this, I try to talk to Lemon and do whatever I have to do later on to fix this because I pay for the pro and I don't know why the pro didn't work this month, but who knows? I got money in my account. I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sure it's not that. It's just
So, and can you give a little conclusion about this? Like to your point,
yeah,
um, are you pleased so far? I know you're pleased, but
yeah.
um, I don't know. So we already know your rating out of 5 is 4.5 because of the S Pen. So that speaks volumes. So far, you're happy with the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you want to add before we get out of here.
Um, yeah. I would just sum it up like that. So far, so good. I mean, I don't have a lot of left time. A couple more days to, before it's if I want to get my money back or whatever, take. But then, what would I have? Again, as you know, I need. I'm not one of these people that has two or three other phones laying around my house that are current and usable, right? I do have the old Pixel. I have I got a very old iPhone, but I don't have anything really current that could take the place, right? So, that doesn't really make sense for me unless something really big or bad crops up. Doesn't really make any sense for me to, unless I notice something staggeringly bad, to not continue with it, you know. So, and if it performs, hey Elvira, and if it performs the way and Savage, and if it performs the way I expect it to, that it should, then it's, you could argue, especially with the deal I got, it's worth every penny, right? So, right.
Yeah.
That's really that, and that's really what value is. A lot of people misconstrue value meaning cheap, right? You and I know it. People in finance, it doesn't really mean that, right? Value means level of quality at a given price point, you know. So yeah, there is a very high level of quality even at the $1,400 full freight, right? That said, I still think that's more than it's really worth. But for the deal I got, it's absolutely, if it continues to at this level, the value you could argue is there, you know.
No, I mean you got to still, and I agree. The phone's performing, and it's a powerhouse, and I don't think you should
Yeah.
get rid of it. In my opinion, if you want to get rid of it, you could give it to me.
Well, like I just said, get rid of it and do what? I still need I need a phone, right? I don't have a landline. I haven't had a landline in a few years, or more than that even.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
No,
not like I
I'm
have a
joking.
backup. I don't have a backup plan, right? So I'm,
Mhm.
you know, again, unless I have reason to exchange it,
Yeah. And I
for
like
now,
it.
for,
It's black. It's stealthy, and it represents. It's a gorgeous
oh,
phone. I mean,
I'll wrap it up with that if you want. It's funny. I think I did. I'm glad you reminded me. I think,
no,
remember
after
you,
you finish that, I'll log off so Michael could come in and do his live stream. Go
oh,
ahead.
you wanted to, oh yeah, that'll be it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
Um,
it.
yeah, the color, they actually they didn't have the green, but they had the other three. They had the burgundy, which is very nice, and they have the white and they have the black. I've heard with the burgundy and green, and you and other people might have, I'm sure, Michael, that they can scratch easier for whatever reason. It's like a metallic paint on a car, right? And even the white, that's true to a degree. And the black, man, it's actually gorgeous. Some people didn't like it, but actually in certain light, it almost shows like purplish type hues, so it's not like a boring black. It looks better. Let me put it this way: it looks better in person than it does online. Does that make sense? That's
Mhm.
true with a lot of things in colors, right? But and it all works with the black S Pen and everything else. And yeah, like you say, stealthy. And yeah, I think also with the cameras having they have the same paint treatment around them anyway, right? And the what do you call it, the camera bump, you know. So everything just kind of matches. It kind of made sense. So I was lucky. You know the story. It was very hard to find an AT&T store. It's the only one in my area that had any S22 Ultras of the 512 and the 256. So from there, it was just deciding which color and which storage, and I was lucky they had exactly the one I wanted. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, with that said, thanks, Shaki, for coming in. I will leave the link information, all that, for this channel and every social media.
Thanks.
And and with that said, thanks for everybody for coming in. Tune in for the same time, same channel. I go 1 hour today. I wanted to do extra because I was out due to COVID for 3 weeks, but I'm back. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Peace. Much love.
Peace out, all.
Yeah.